A young mother disappears without a trace, leaving a flurry of unanswered questions. As the police delve into the investigation, every new lead deepens the enigma. Yet a chilling array of evidence ultimately reveals a dark truth, one that no one could have foreseen. Ashley Mead was born on November 14, 1991, in the quaint town of Warren, Pennsylvania. Growing up in a bustling household with numerous siblings, Ashley discovered her passion for creativity at an early age. Her interests spanned singing, poetry, and fashion, as she nurtured a deep admiration for nature, all while dreaming of adventures around the globe. Throughout her life, she explored nearly every state in the U.S. and even made trips to Canada and Mexico. After finishing high school, Ashley moved to New York to pursue a degree in liberal arts, later transferring to Louisiana State University in Shreveport, where she met Adam and they began dating. In a show of commitment to their new family, Ashley decided to join him in Boulder, where they rented an apartment in a cozy residential complex. Soon after, their daughter, Winter Daisy, was born. A few months after Winter was born, Ashley became a teaching assistant at a preschool and later joined an organization preparing low-income children for school. Despite the challenging work, her natural rapport with kids shone through, and they adored her. This fulfilling period continued until February 2017, when Ashley, then 25, was balancing the joys of raising her one-year-old daughter and her professional life. However, on February 13th, she unexpectedly missed her scheduled shift. Concerned for her well-being, one of her colleagues took the initiative to contact the police for a welfare check on Ashley and her daughter after she missed her shift again the following day. During their search, officers discovered something alarming in the kitchen: a half-cooked meal in the oven, suggesting someone had started dinner but never returned. This raised suspicions, prompting the police to contact Ashley's parents for more information. Ashley's mother revealed she hadn't heard from her daughter in several days and was uncertain about her whereabouts. It struck her as odd that Ashley had left her cat behind, something she never did. According to her mother, Ashley always took the cat with her, regardless of where she traveled. Desperate for answers, Ashley's mother reached out to family and friends, hoping someone might have heard from her daughter before her disappearance. However, it turned out that no one had communicated with Ashley in days, raising concerns about her safety. Meanwhile, the police tried to contact Adam, but he also wasn't answering. After interviewing Ashley's neighbors, detectives gathered important details about the evening in question. One neighbor recalled seeing Ashley taking out the trash around 6 p.m., and another heard a loud, heavy thud emanating from her apartment before 9 p.m. This particular detail piqued the investigators' interest, especially since Ashley's phone activity had ceased around the same time, close to 9 p.m. This raised their suspicion that something might have gone terribly wrong at that moment. Soon after, they received another lead when data from her phone revealed that, a few days before her disappearance, Ashley began a relationship with a man named Harvey. Detectives reviewed their messages and noticed content that raised suspicions. Harvey conveyed unease, prompting police to interview him. When officers arrived at his home, he allowed them to search without a warrant, insisting he knew nothing of Ashley's whereabouts and had not spoken to her for days. He claimed to have been with friends on the night she went missing, and they corroborated his story. Furthermore, he granted the police access to his phone, which supported his statements, indicating he was likely uninvolved. With Harvey eliminated as a suspect, detectives turned their attention to searching for new leads, as they still had not found any trace of Ashley. They decided to adopt a different strategy by tracking down Adam's relatives in hopes of locating him. This effort led to a significant breakthrough when investigators reached out to Adam's parents in Louisiana. During their conversation, Adam's parents shared some unexpected information. Adam had visited them just a day earlier. On February 13th, he arrived at their home with his daughter, but notably, he was without Ashley. His sudden visit caught them completely off guard, especially since he hadn't informed anyone of his plans to come. This was particularly strange, given the considerable distance of nearly 1,000 miles from Colorado to Louisiana. Adam offered a straightforward reason for his unexpected visit, stating he had planned the trip so Winter could spend time with her relatives. Adam decided to stay the night, and the following day, headed to Arkansas to visit his grandmother. Meanwhile, detectives asked his relatives to reach out and urge him to call the police immediately, as they were trying to ascertain Ashley's whereabouts. Initially, Adam did not answer their calls. However, he eventually turned his phone back on and got in touch with the detectives, asserting that he had no knowledge of Ashley's location. He claimed that he had been attempting to reach her the entire time. According to Adam, he and Ashley had a serious argument on February 12th, during which he admitted to hitting her. To prevent escalation, he decided to leave temporarily, taking Winter with him. He also confessed to using Ashley's car since he did not own one. At that point, he revealed he had left Louisiana and was driving through Oklahoma. As detectives listened, their suspicions grew about his involvement in Ashley's disappearance, especially given inconsistencies in his claims that he had tried to contact her, despite no response from her. However, because Adam was in a different state, detectives faced challenges in bringing him in for questioning immediately, especially upon discovering that he was not listed on Winter's birth certificate. A few hours later, patrol officers located Ashley's car on the road, and Adam was taken into custody. Fortunately, Winter was found safe with him. While the detectives prepared for his interrogation, forensic experts began to examine the car. What they uncovered was deeply unsettling. Traces of blood were discovered beneath one of the back seats. After a DNA test was conducted, the results revealed a chilling confirmation. The blood found belonged to Ashley. For the first time, investigators faced concrete evidence suggesting that Ashley might no longer be alive. However, they were still left in the dark about what had truly happened to her. This uncertainty was about to shift as a new clue was on the horizon. Shortly after interviewing Adam's parents, detectives received an unexpected call from his younger sister. She informed them that she had not seen Adam and Winter on the day of their arrival. Instead, she had visited their parents' house the following morning. By then, their parents had already left for work, and Adam was meant to be preparing for a trip out of state. However, the moment she stepped inside, his unexpected reaction took her by surprise. He appeared genuinely shocked to see her, and his nervousness struck her as unusual. As she observed him more closely, she noticed something was amiss. Cleaning supplies were strewn about, suggesting that Adam had been vigorously scrubbing something in the guest bedroom. When she inquired about what was happening, he provided a strange explanation, claiming he had suddenly become ill and had thrown up on the floor. He insisted he was merely trying to clean up the mess before leaving. She offered to assist, but Adam quickly refused, hastily ushering her out of the house. Meanwhile, detectives wasted no time. They made their way directly to Louisiana. Detectives wasted no time and, with a team of forensic experts, began searching the house. What they discovered in the guest bedroom, where Adam was cleaning when his sister entered, was horrifying. Investigators found multiple traces of blood, indicating something was amiss. However, that wasn't all. In the backyard shed, they uncovered an electric saw and a barbecue lid, both stained with blood. The evidence was promptly sent to the lab, and the results confirmed the detectives' suspicions. The blood belonged to Ashley. At this point, it was evident that Ashley hadn't simply vanished. Something terrible had happened to her. Yet numerous questions remained unanswered. If Adam had killed her in Colorado, why would he transport her body? That morning, an employee at a gas station noticed a new-looking suitcase near the dumpster. Its pristine condition seemed odd, prompting her curiosity to investigate. Curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to take a look inside. However, the moment she unzipped the suitcase, she immediately regretted it. Inside lay human remains. This shocking discovery raised numerous questions. After leaving his parents' house, what had Adam done with the body, which was more than 1,000 miles away? If he had indeed killed Ashley in Colorado, detectives questioned why he would choose to transport her remains to a different state. When police officers arrived, they confirmed that the suitcase contained a human torso. Although the remains were sent for DNA testing, investigators initially had no way to identify the victim. They reached out to their counterparts working on her case and shared the DNA sample from the torso, which led to a match. Furthermore, they requested surveillance footage from the gas station, focusing on the cameras that monitored the dumpster area. What they discovered aligned with their expectations. The footage showed Ashley's car arriving and Adam stepping out carrying the very same suitcase. After Adam stepped out of the car, he left the suitcase next to the dumpsters before driving away. With this crucial evidence, detectives were able to finally piece together a chilling timeline of events regarding Ashley's fate. They believed that Adam had killed her on the night of February 12th while they were at home together. Following the incident, he devised a plan. By visiting relatives, he could create a perfect cover to dispose of her remains across multiple states, complicating police efforts to track them down. Detectives suspected Adam had transported Ashley's body to his parents' house, especially since her blood had been discovered there. He waited until his parents left for work and then used their electric saw to dismember her remains. After dismembering Ashley's body, Adam hit the road, discarding pieces of her remains along the way. This raised a grim realization. There were numerous opportunities for Adam to stop and dispose of evidence during his journey, which extended for hundreds of miles. As a result, locating the rest of Ashley's remains became an incredibly challenging task for the detectives. Nonetheless, they were determined not to give up. They meticulously pieced together Adam's travel route, tracing his path from his parents' house to the location of his arrest. Their objective was to uncover additional surveillance footage that might reveal him discarding more remains. Ultimately, their efforts paid off when they discovered CCTV footage from a gas station located in the small town of Morrilton, Arkansas, showing Adam in action. Despite their extensive search, investigators found nothing. While Adam's guilt seemed almost indisputable, the unaccounted parts of Ashley's body posed a significant challenge. Without a complete body, medical examiners could not determine her precise cause of death. While the torso exhibited cuts and abrasions that suggested possible injuries from a struggle, medical examiners could not determine the precise cause of death without the rest of her remains. Adam's journal exposed his deep-seated resentment towards Ashley. He felt she remained with him primarily for their daughter's sake, and in some ways he was correct. Ashley had agreed to live with him only for the winter, but this arrangement was mutual from the beginning. Despite this understanding, Adam yearned for more from their relationship, while Ashley did not share those feelings. According to the prosecution, his fear intensified upon learning that Ashley had begun seeing someone new, especially after their relationship ended. Nearly 2 years prior, Adam was consumed by fear that Ashley might permanently leave him, taking their daughter along with her. This intense anxiety, coupled with their frequent arguments, ultimately drove him to commit murder. In a frantic effort to conceal his crime, Adam staged Ashley's disappearance, even going so far as to call and text her after the act, feigning concern and claiming he had no idea where she had gone. When the trial commenced, it came to light that Adam had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and PTSD, resulting from his military service. However, these revelations did not alter the outcome. In April 2018, a jury unanimously convicted him of murder, holding him accountable for his actions. He was sentenced to life in prison, with an additional 12 years added to his term. Adam later attempted to appeal the verdict, but his request was denied. To this day, he remains incarcerated and continues to refuse to disclose the location where he disposed of the rest of Ashley's remains. After Adam's arrest, the fate of Ashley's remains became uncertain. Both families expressed a desire to care for her, but authorities kept that information private due to her young age.